Question 255. Which AWS service would simplify the migration of a database to AWS? And the options are A. AWS Storage Gateway, B. AWS Database Migration Service, C. Amazon EC2, D. Amazon AppStream 2. And the correct answer is option B. AWS Database Migration Service. Explanation. AWS DMS helps users migrate databases to AWS quickly and securely. The source database remains fully operational during the migration, minimizing downtime to applications that rely on the database. AWS DMS can migrate data to and from most widely used commercial and open source databases. AWS Database Migration Service supports homogeneous migrations such as Oracle to Oracle, as well as heterogeneous migrations between different database platforms such as Oracle or Microsoft SQL Server to Amazon Aurora. With AWS Database Migration Service, you can also continuously replicate data with low latency from any supported source to any supported target. For example, you can replicate from multiple sources to Amazon Simple Storage Service to build a highly available and scalable data lake solution. You can also consolidate databases into a petabyte scale data warehouse by streaming data to Amazon Redshift. Learn more about the supported source and target databases. Option A is incorrect. AWS Storage Gateway is a set of hybrid cloud storage services that provide on-premises access to virtually unlimited cloud storage. Option C is incorrect. EC2 provides the compute capability. Option D is incorrect. Amazon AppStream 2.0 offers secure, reliable, and scalable access to non-persistent desktops and applications from any location. Next question. Which AWS offering enables users to find, buy, and immediately start using software solutions in their AWS environment? And the options are A. AWS Config, B. AWS OpsWorks, C. AWS SDK, D. AWS Marketplace. And the correct answer is option D. AWS Marketplace. Explanation. AWS Marketplace is a digital catalog with thousands of software listings from independent software vendors that makes it easy to find, test, buy, and deploy software that runs on AWS. This is the place where a user can find, purchase, and post custom developed software solutions. All other options are incorrect, based on above explanation. Next question. It is important that as you transition from your on-premise system into the Amazon cloud that you focus on savings as you design your Amazon infrastructure and as you plan for your data migration. Which AWS well-architected framework pillar is focused on the logical and functional requirements and overall refinement of the smallest price point available in a system? And the options are A. Reliability, B. Performance efficiency, C. Storage, D. Cost optimization. And the correct answer is option D. Cost optimization. Explanation. Cost optimization is a framework pillar that supports the improvement and efficiencies of an AWS infrastructure over a complete lifetime. The purpose of cost optimization is to meet functional requirements while achieving the smallest price point available. From a design perspective, its principles are overall efficiency, consumption modeling, not spending money on data centers, analyzing expenditures, and using managed services. Performance efficiency is a framework pillar that supports computing resources to maintain and meet business requirements as technologies change over time within the AWS infrastructure. The focus is on performance rather than cost. Storage is a subcomponent found under the performance efficiency pillar. Storage refers to the different types of storage relating to file, block, and object level storage. This is not related to the cost pillar. Reliability is focused on the stability of AWS systems and their ability to support business value with long uptimes and durable systems. This pillar is not focused on cost, but rather the durability and uptime of an AWS resource. Next question. Which of the following is an AWS responsibility under the AWS Shared Responsibility model? And the options are A. Configuring third-party applications, B. Maintaining physical hardware, C. Securing application access and data, D. Managing guest operating systems. And the correct answer is option B. Maintaining physical hardware. Explanation. Maintaining physical hardware is an AWS responsibility under the AWS Shared Responsibility model. Other options are incorrect. Options A, B, C are customer responsibilities. Next question. Which component of the AWS global infrastructure does Amazon CloudFront use to ensure low latency delivery? And the options are A, AWS regions, B, edge locations, C, availability zones, D, virtual private cloud. And the correct answer is option B, edge locations. Explanation. To deliver content to users with lower latency, Amazon CloudFront uses a global network of points of presence, edge locations and regional edge caches worldwide. Next question. How would a system administrator add an additional layer of login security to a user's AWS management console? And the options are A, use Amazon Cloud Directory, B, audit AWS identity and access management roles, C, enable multi-factor authentication, D, enable AWS Cloud Trail. And the correct answer is option C, enable multi-factor authentication. Explanation. Multi-factor authentication is a simple best practice that adds an extra layer of protection on top of a username and password. With MFA enabled, when a user signs into an AWS management console, they will be prompted for their username and password. The first factor, what they know, as well as for an authentication code from their MFA device. The second factor, what they have. Taken together, these multiple factors provide increased security for AWS account settings and resources. Next question. You are running a critical customer-facing application on AWS and you have an AWS business support plan. You recently noticed that some components were having issues. What severity should you choose when opening a support case with AWS? And the options are A, system impaired, B, production system impaired, C, production system down, D, business critical. And the correct answer is option B, production system impaired. Explanation. Important functions of production applications are impaired or degraded since the support engineer has an AWS account with a business plan. He or she can open a case with AWS with this severity selected. Refer to the table choosing a severity in the link below for more details. Option A is incorrect. Choose system impaired when non-critical functions of your application are behaving abnormally or you have a time-sensitive development question. In the given scenario, the application is a production application. Refer to the table choosing a severity in the link below for more details. Option C is incorrect. In this scenario, the business is not significantly impacted because important functions of the application are available. However, the performance is degraded. Refer to the table choosing a severity in the link below for more details. Option D is incorrect. This option should be selected when the business is at risk and the application's critical functions aren't available. Refer to the table choosing a severity in the link below for more details. Next question. Which of the following are the customer's responsibility in a shared responsibility model for infrastructure services, such as EC2? Select two options. And the options are A, network infrastructure, B, Amazon machine images, C, virtualization infrastructure, D, physical security of hardware, E, policies and configuration. And the correct answer is option B, Amazon machine images, and E, policies and configuration. Explanation. In the shared responsibility model, AWS is primarily responsible for security of the cloud. The customer is responsible for security in the cloud. In this scenario, the mentioned AWS product is IaaS and AWS manages the security of the following assets. Number 1, facilities. 2, physical security of hardware. 3, network infrastructure. 4, virtualization infrastructure. Customers are responsible for the security of the following assets. Number 1, Amazon machine images. 2, operating systems. 3, applications. 4, data in transit. 5, data at rest. 6, data stores. 7, credentials. 8, policies and configuration. Other options are incorrect, as per the explanation above. Next question. Which of the following support plans doesn't have access to support automation workflows with AWS Premium Support? And the options are A. Business, B. Developer, C. Enterprise on-ramp, D. Enterprise. And the correct answer is option B. Developer. Explanation. Option B is correct because the developer support plan does not have access to support automation workflow with AWS Premium Support. Rather, it has access to support automation workflows prefixes with AWS support. Options A, C, and D are incorrect because they have access to support automation workflows with prefixes AWS support and AWS Premium Support. Next question. Which of the AWS service helps you to set reservation utilization threshold and add trigger alerts when utilization drops below the defined threshold? And the options are A. AWS budgets, B. Savings plans, C. Reserved instance reporting, D. Reservation and utilization dashboard. And the correct answer is option A. AWS budgets. Explanation. In AWS budgets, you can set RI utilization budgets that define a utilization threshold and receive alerts when your RI usage falls below that threshold. AWS budget is the right answer if the question refers to the utilization threshold, savings plans budget, coverage threshold, billing alert, etc. Option B is incorrect. Savings plan is a pricing model providing significant savings up to 72% upon committing to a consistent usage for a 1 or 3 year term. AWS offers two types of savings plans, compute saving plan and EC2 instance saving plans. Option C is incorrect. Reserved instance reporting is a cost management tool that helps customers to manage and monitor their instance reservations. Option D is incorrect. Reservation and utilization dashboard is incorrect. Next question. Which of the options cannot be used to enable S3 to block the public access? Select two options. And the options are A. REST APIs, B. S3 console, C. SDKs, D. AWS CLI S3 MB command, E. S3 object lock. And the correct answer is option D. AWS CLI S3 MB command and option E. S3 object lock. Explanation. Option D is correct. AWS CLI S3 MB command is used to make a bucket and cannot be used to enable S3 block public access. Option E is correct. S3 object lock helps us to associate retention date to S3 objects. Deletion of the S3 objects is prevented until the specified retention date. Option A is incorrect. We can use REST APIs to enable S3 block public access. Option B is incorrect. S3 console can be used to enable S3 block public access. Option C is incorrect. SDKs can be used to enable S3 block public access. Next question. Which service can be used to securely store and automatically rotate credentials for Amazon RDS databases? And the options are A. AWS Systems Manager, B. AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store, C. AWS Secrets Manager, D. AWS Systems Manager Session Manager. And the correct answer is option C. AWS Secrets Manager. Explanation. AWS Secrets Manager can be used to store and manage secrets used to access databases or other resources in AWS. It automatically rotates these secrets on a regular basis. AWS KMS can be used to encrypt data stored in AWS Secrets Manager. Option A is incorrect, as AWS Systems Manager can be used to perform regular maintenance activities and get operational insights for resources deployed at both AWS Cloud and on-premises locations. Option B is incorrect, as AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store can be used to store credentials, but it's not suitable for the key rotation of the credentials. AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store is free of cost, but there is the additional cost incurred for using AWS Secrets Manager. AWS Secrets Manager provides additional benefits of automatic secret rotation at regular intervals. Option D is incorrect, as AWS Systems Manager Session Manager is a managed service to connect to Amazon EC2 instance without the need of SSH or Bastion host. Next question. Which AWS service provides the cheapest way to store application configuration data and secrets? And the options are A. AWS KMS, B. AWS Systems Manager, C. AWS Secrets Manager, D. AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. And the correct answer is option D. AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. Explanation. AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store can be used to store configuration data and secrets securely in a plain or encrypted format. Instead of storing this data along with the configuration files, data can be securely stored in the parameter store and can be referred to by the application code. Encryption for data stored in the parameter store is provided by using AWS KMS. There is no additional cost incurred for configuration data or secrets stored in the parameter store. Option A is incorrect, as AWS KMS cannot be used to store data. AWS KMS is integrated with AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store for encrypted data stored. Option B is incorrect, as AWS Systems Manager can be used to perform regular maintenance activities and get operational insights for resources deployed at both AWS Cloud and on-premises locations. Option C is incorrect, as AWS Secrets Manager can be used to store secrets in an encrypted format with AWS KMS. Storing secrets in AWS Secrets Manager incurs cost and is not free as AWS systems. Next question. Which AWS database offering is best suited for analytical workloads that can utilize standard SQL queries and work with the existing business intelligence tools? And the options are A. Amazon DynamoDB, B. Amazon Redshift, C. Amazon Aurora, D. Amazon RDS. And the correct answer is option B. Amazon Redshift. Explanation. Redshift is a fully managed data warehouse offering from AWS that allows users of standard SQL queries and existing BI tools. Redshift is suitable for OLAP. If the question refers to business intelligence analytics, Redshift would be the most probable answer. Option A is incorrect. DynamoDB is a NoSQL key-value database. DynamoDB is a document database. Option C is incorrect. Aurora is a MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible relational database service offering from AWS. Aurora is suitable for OLTP. Option D is incorrect. RDS is a distributed relational database service. Aurora is an RDS service. Question 270. In which two situations would you utilize the Amazon DynamoDB database? Select two options. And the options are A. Creating a scalable data warehousing solution. B. Utilizing SQL for data organization. C. For using a serverless database system. D. Catering to up to 45 million requests per second. E. Storing data using Amazon Aurora. And the correct answer is option C. For using a serverless database system, and option D. Catering to up to 45 million requests per second. Explanation. You would use DynamoDB when you need to use a serverless database system. You do not need to install or patch any software for it. Being highly scalable, DynamoDB has a millisecond response time and can handle 45 million requests per second. DynamoDB is a non-relational database, which means that data is stored in tables as key value pairs. You can update the attributes of the items in these tables. Each attribute can be viewed as a feature of the data. Non-relational databases are also called NoSQL databases. To utilize SQL for data organization, you need a relational database solution, which can include Amazon's relational database service. RDS is a fully managed service where AWS handles all the administrative support related to the database like provisioning hardware, patching, and performing backups. This is in contrast a situation where you would install databases manually on Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud instances, which would be time consuming and entail a lot of additional overhead of maintaining the database. RDS offers encryption at rest and in transit for several of its supported database engines. RDS is available for database engines like Amazon Aurora, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle Database, and Microsoft SQL Server. To create a scalable data warehousing solution, you would need to use Amazon Redshift. It helps perform big data analytics and has the capability to collect data from multiple sources. This way, you can analyze trends and relationships with your data. Redshift offers very high performance tailored for business intelligence workloads. Redshift nodes routinely run into petabyte sizes. You can use Redshift Spectrum to run SQL queries on exabytes of data residing in data lakes. To store data using Amazon Aurora, you would not use DynamoDB. Amazon Aurora is a relational database that operates at the enterprise level. It is 5 times quicker than MySQL and 3 times quicker than PostgreSQL. Amazon Aurora helps reduce the operating cost of your database by reducing redundant I/O operations and ensures the high availability and reliability of the database. Amazon Aurora replicates 6 copies of data across 3 availability zones and backups data to Amazon S3. Next question. Which of the following are not the benefits of Amazon Aurora? Select 2 options. And the options are: A. Amazon Aurora is slower than standard MySQL databases. B. Amazon Aurora provides replication across 3 AZs. C. Amazon Aurora features self-healing storage system. D. Amazon Aurora can auto-scale up to 32 TB. And the correct answer is option A. Amazon Aurora is slower than standard MySQL databases. D. Amazon Aurora can auto-scale up to 32 TB. Explanation. Option A is correct. The statement is incorrect. Amazon Aurora is up to 5 times faster than standard MySQL. Option D is correct. The statement is incorrect. Amazon Aurora can auto-scale up to 128 TB. All other options are incorrect as they are all the features of Amazon Aurora. Next question. Where are the AWS EBS snapshots stored? And the options are: A. Amazon EBS volume. B. Amazon S3. C. Amazon EFS. D. Amazon Aurora. And the correct answer is option B. Amazon S3. Explanation. Amazon EBS snapshots are a convenient way to back up your EBS volumes. The snapshots are automatically saved to Amazon S3 for long-term retention. S3 is designed for 99.11 times 9 durability, ensuring higher availability of your EBS snapshots. Option A is incorrect. Snapshots are point-in-time backups of EBS volumes and are stored in Amazon S3. Option C is incorrect. Snapshots are stored in Amazon S3. Option D is incorrect. Snapshots are not stored in Aurora. The snapshots are stored in Amazon S3. Next question. Which of the below listed is not a requirement for enabling S3 replication? And the options are: A. Bucket owner of the source bucket should have both source and destination regions enabled for their account. B. Versioning should be enabled for buckets in both source and destination. C. Amazon S3 must have been granted object replication permissions from the source bucket to the destination bucket on behalf of the owner. D. Bucket owner of the destination should have both source and destination region enabled for their account. And the correct answer is option D. Bucket owner of the destination should have both source and destination region enabled for their account. Explanation. The given condition is incorrect. Bucket owner of the destination should only have destination region enabled for their account. Other options are incorrect. They are required for enabling S3 replication. Please refer the AWS documentation above. Next question. A company is developing an order management system. The system has a decoupled architecture. They intend to queue orders using a managed message queue service, and other systems can pull the orders from the queue to deliver orders. Which AWS service is appropriate for their needs? And the options are: A. AWS SWF. B. AWS SQS. C. AWS SNS. D. AWS Kinesis. And the correct answer is option B. AWS SQS. Explanation. Amazon SQS is a message queue service used by distributed applications to exchange messages through a polling model and can be used to decouple sending and receiving components. Option A is incorrect. Amazon's Simple Workflow Service is a web service that makes it easy to coordinate work across distributed application components. Option C is incorrect. Amazon's Simple Notification Service is a fully managed messaging service for both application to application and application to person communication. Option D is incorrect. You can use Amazon Kinesis to securely stream video from camera-equipped devices in homes, offices, factories, and public places to AWS. You can then use these video streams for video playback, security monitoring, face detection, machine learning, and other analytics. Next question. You are asked to improve the performance of the application for both local and global users. This initiative requires you to monitor the health of application endpoints and route traffic to the most appropriate application endpoints. Which service will you prefer? And the options are A. Amazon Global Accelerator, B. Amazon DAX Accelerator, C. Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration, D. AWS Direct Connect. And the correct answer is option A. Amazon Global Accelerator. Explanation. Global Accelerator is a networking service that utilizes AWS Global Network to optimize the user-to-application path. The performance benefits realized by the use of the Global Accelerator can be tested using a speed comparison tool provided by AWS. Option B is incorrect. Amazon DynamoDB Accelerator is a fully managed, highly available in-memory cache for Amazon DynamoDB that delivers up to a 10 times performance improvement from milliseconds to microseconds, even at millions of requests per second. Option C is incorrect. S3 Transfer Acceleration accelerates the transfers of files to the S3 bucket by utilizing edge locations. Option D is incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is an AWS offering that simplifies setting up dedicated network connectivity between AWS and on-premises infrastructure. Next question. Which of the following resources can AWS WAF integrate with to protect web applications from common web exploits? Select two options. And the options are A. Amazon CloudFront, B. Internet Gateway, C. Web server hosted on Amazon EC2 instance, D. Application Load Balancer. And the correct answer is option A. Amazon CloudFront and D. Application Load Balancer. Explanation. AWS WAF can be deployed with the following resources to protect web applications and APIs from common web exploits. A. Application Load Balancer, B. Amazon CloudFront, C. Amazon API Gateway, and D. AWS App Sync. Options B, C, and E are incorrect, as AWS WAF is not integrated with Internet Gateway, Amazon EC2 instance, or Amazon S3 bucket. Next question. A customer has expressed interest in opting for a support plan to access the 6 security checks below. What are the cheapest support plans that can provide these security checks? Number 1, S3 bucket permissions. Number 2, security groups, specific ports unrestricted. 3, IAMUs. Number 4, MFA on root account. Number 5, EBS public snapshots. Number 6, RDS public snapshots. Select two options. A. Basic plan, B. Developer plan, C. Business plan, D. Enterprise plan. And the correct answer is option A. Basic plan and option B. Developer plan. Explanation. Option A is correct. Customers of Basic Support Plan gets access to the above listed 6 security checks. The Basic Support Plan is free. Option B is correct. Customers of Developer Support Plan get access to the above listed 6 security checks. Developer Support Plan is cheaper than Business and Enterprise Support Plan. Option C is incorrect. Customers with the Business Support Plan have access to all the Trusted Advisor checks, including the listed 6 security checks. But this option is incorrect, as this support plan is costlier than the Basic and Developer Support Plan. Option D is incorrect. Although customers with Enterprise Support Plan have access to all the Trusted Advisor checks, including the listed 6 security checks, this option is incorrect, as this support plan is costlier than the Basic, Developer and Business Support Plan. Next question. A growing food delivery startup intends to implement DDoS protection for its applications on AWS. Which fully managed service offering from AWS ensures customers' protection from DDoS attack? And the options are A. AWS Shield, B. AWS WAF, Web Application Firewall, C. AWS Firewall Manager, D. Amazon Guard Duty. And the correct answer is option A, AWS Shield. Explanation. AWS Shield is a managed distributed denial of service protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS. AWS Shield provides always-on detection and automatic inline mitigations that minimize application downtime and latency. So, there is no need to engage AWS support to benefit from DDoS protection. There are two tiers of AWS Shield, standard and advanced. Option B is incorrect. While AWS WAF is a firewall that can protect you from multiple types of attacks and provide various options for whitelisting, AWS Shield is a single-purpose service. AWS Shield is a managed distributed denial of service protection tool for your AWS-based applications. Option C is incorrect. AWS Firewall Manager enables management and configuration of firewall across AWS accounts and applications centrally. Option D is incorrect. Amazon Guard Duty performs continuous monitoring to protect AWS account, S3 data and workloads from any malicious unauthorized activities. Next question. Which of the AWS services makes use of machine learning and graph theory to automate the process of analyzing log data for a faster and more efficient security investigation? And the options are A. Amazon Macy, B. Amazon Detective, C. AWS Artifact, D. Amazon Guard Duty. And the correct answer is option B, Amazon Detective. Explanation. Amazon Detective is a security service that uses machine learning capabilities on the automatically collected log data to help customers perform efficient and fast security investigations. Option A is incorrect. Amazon Macy is a fully managed service from AWS that provides data security and privacy by utilizing Amazon's machine learning and pattern matching capabilities. Option C is incorrect. AWS Artifact is a central resource for all the information about compliance. AWS Artifact provides on-demand access to compliance reports at no additional cost. Option D is incorrect. Amazon Guard Duty performs continuous monitoring to protect AWS account, S3 data and workloads from any malicious unauthorized activities. Next question. Your company's finance department has the following requirements. Number 1. To be alerted when the costs are forecast to exceed the budget. Number 2. Visually compare uses and cost over time to identify areas for savings. Which AWS product should be used to cater for these requirements? And the options are A. AWS Budget and AWS Cost Explorer, B. AWS Budget and AWS Savings Plan, C. AWS Savings Plan and AWS Cost Explorer, D. AWS Savings Plan and AWS Organization. And the correct answer is option A, AWS Budget and AWS Cost Explorer. Explanation. AWS Budget. AWS Budget enables setting alerts via setting up custom budgets so that we are notified when cost and uses are forecasted to exceed or if cost and uses exceeds. AWS Cost Explorer. AWS Cost Explorer helps analyze the uses and cost incurred over time by visualization through an easy-to-use interface. Option A is correct. AWS Budget and AWS Cost Explorer should be used to meet this requirement. Option B is incorrect. AWS Savings Plan is a pricing model designed to offer up to 72% of savings to customers on compute uses of Amazon EC2, Amazon Fargate, and AWS Lambda. Option C is incorrect. Same as option B. Saving plan is not appropriate for this requirement. Option D is incorrect. AWS Organization provides capabilities to centrally perform management and governance of billing, compliance adherence, security, resource sharing, and access control. Next question. A department administrator is responsible for configuring privileges for new employees. By selectively granting privileges, the admin ensures only certain members of the team have access to the resources. Which principle is being followed? And the options are A. Principle of privileged users, B. Least privilege of group principle, C. Best practices of permission advisory, D. Principle of least privilege. And the correct answer is option D. Principle of least privilege. Explanation. The administrator follows the principle of least privilege as not all the privileges are granted to all the new joiners. The privileges are being selectively granted. Other options are incorrect based on above explanation. Next question. A customer in Korea needs to transfer large files to his S3 bucket in AWS Ohio region. Which of the following AWS offerings can facilitate this in an easy, secure, and fast manner? And the options are A. AWS Global Accelerator, B. AWS Edge Locations, C. AWS S3 Transfer Acceleration, D. AWS Snowball Family. And the correct answer is option C. AWS S3 Transfer Acceleration. Explanation. AWS S3 Transfer Acceleration can use optimized network protocols and the AWS Edge infrastructure when uploading files to the S3 bucket. This method is easy, secure, and fast. Option A is incorrect. AWS Global Accelerator provides static IP to enable fixed entry points to your applications, reducing the overhead of managing specific IP addresses. AWS Global Accelerator helps you by improving the application's availability and performance. It does not help to upload files to S3. Option B is incorrect. Edge locations are the sites that are used by AWS CDN to serve contents to the users. One of the characteristics of edge locations is that edge locations cache data. Hence, it helps serve the request faster. It is not used to help upload files to an S3 bucket. Option D is incorrect. Snowball facilitates the transfer of huge batches of data in one go. The typical turnaround for AWS Snowball is 5 to 7 days. It is not suitable for 1 TB files. Thank you for watching this video. Buy our AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner CLF C01 premium questions with 50% off. Check link in the description.